You're still watching the continent's biggest magazine show, and this is the part of the show where I give you the answer to the trivia question I asked you earlier. Remember, how many Super Cups have CAF Champions League winners won? SC, do you have the answer for us?
Yeah, the answer for that would be 21 times versus the Caf Confederation's winners, which would be 6 times. That's 21 times versus 6 times of the Caf Confederation's guys.
Wow, and nothing changed this time around. Now let's move on to the Caf Confederation Cup, and we saw a 7-goal thriller. That was just a beautiful advert for African football. Zesco United 4, Jwaneng Galaxy 3.
Yeah, look, what an interesting game. I mean, the scoreline, it's just telling you literally this game was end-to-end. Zesco won by 4-3. So for me, I look at that and I'm like, Jwaneng, a team that has always been in this situation, trying to find its way out of these stages, you know, and they fall short most of the time. And Zesco is here to ruin their party, I guess, you know, when you look at it. So
at some stage, the game was even at 2-2. But when the Zambian champions came out in the second half, they had a different fire.
Yeah, look, I mean, you're talking about Kawaso Chongo and Zakaria as well. They came out with guns blazing in the second half. So when you look at that alone, Jwaneng couldn't have a response for that. And literally, Zesco closed off this match in the last dying minutes. And for me, I think it's going to be difficult for Jwaneng to turn it around, but it's literally 1 goal difference. So the chances are they might just pip this one.
Yes, this is what I like about the Confederation Cup. You can't predict winners, really. I never thought I would see the day ASEC Mimosa wouldn't be participating in a Confederation Cup, just considering the recent history and how well they've done in the competition.
They've fallen out in love with football, man, in terms of the CAF Champions League and the Confederations conversation. Yes. So if one is going to be here trying to lie to ourselves and saying that, but for me, when I look at it, I don't think it's a surprise when I look at what ASEC has done. I think they've been falling short. We can talk about so many of those kind of teams, you know.
Yes. Any other surprise results that you saw?
One game that I loved, I think this was a hunting of a game. Asante Kotoko versus Wydad.
Yes.
I mean, it was a beautiful game to see.
Casablanca in Accra.
What a beautiful game to see. You know, I think Asante Kotoko brought the game to Wydad, but I think Wydad literally controlled most of the match in this one. And again, there was a red card in this game. I think also put, Asante Kotoko on the bad foot. But looking at players such as Tembikosi Lodge, Noordin Amrabat, Stefan Aziski, that is proper quality for Wydad. And I think when you look at Mohamed Amin Benjamin, I think he's got a good squad. And for me, this is a dark horse. I think this team...
Wydad?
It's a solid team. When you look at them play, they're comfortable in terms of what they want to do with the game. Whether they want to be offensive, whether they want to guide the game and just be simple in terms of playing, they do that literally. Offensive play, it's outlined well. Defensive play is outlined well. So I think this is a team to look out for when you look at this tournament. And they're really going to send out. They're sending a good message, to be honest.
Well, we'll see how dark that shade of the horse is when the competition really starts and gets underway. SC, my diamonds this week is coming from that Under-20 World Cup. Listen, there's some stars that impressed me, and coming in at number 3 this week is Gomolemo Kekana. Now, he joined Mamelodi Sundowns Academy in 2024 and played in the PSL reserves. And ever since, for me, I think he's been shining. He was nominated for the Player of the Season award at the end of the 2024-2025 season. He was an integral part of Amajita's midfield at the recently concluded Global Showpiece in South America. He even scored the winning goal in the first half added time against the USA, helping South Africa reach the knockout stages. Coming in at number 2 this week is Maamma. Othmane Maamma, the French-born ace, chose to represent Morocco at youth international level. For that alone, he should be number 1 on my list. The Watford forward helped Morocco under-20s to win the tournament by becoming the top assist provider with 4, also scoring 1 goal. This led to Maamma winning the Golden Ball for Player of the Tournament. At number 1 this week is Zabiri. Now, Africa has a new golden boy, and his name is Mohamed Yassir Zabiri. At only just 20 the Marrakesh winger set the 2025 FIFA Under-20 World Cup ablaze with his electric pace and dazzling skills. Zabiri finished as the joint top scorer in the global showpiece with 5 goals, scoring a brace in the victory over Argentina in the final. He also won the silver ball. SC, I'm sure you agree with that list.
I'll agree when it comes to the 2 players of Morocco. I'm not sure about if Gomolemo Kekana gets an opportunity to be nominated for these diamonds.
And why
is
that?
Diamond. I don't argue that he is a diamond, but
yes.
We need to be honest when we look at football and give flowers to people that deserve it. For instance, if you look at the Moroccan team, you've got a guy called Hossam Assadak. He's a central midfielder, was number 8 for the under-20 for Morocco. Very influential in terms of what he wants to do on the pitch. The coach trusts this boy. He puts him in the middle. He's played 5 games in this tournament so far. And for you not to have this player, it's unjustified for me. You spoke about Gomolemo Kekana. Let's go back into the South African team as well and look at in terms of the key players in that team. You've got Smith, the goalkeeper.
Okay.
You know, you're not mentioning him in terms of what he has done for the team. The saves that he's pulled out begs the question. There's Marco in the midfield, who has done well as well. So when you look at that alone, it tells you that there's players that you could have looked at and said, you know what, these are the kind of players that we should be pulling out. But for me, Hossam, what a player that he is. I think you should have put him on that list.
Yeah.
Very, very solid player.
So SCU will leave out Kekana after getting you to the knockout stages of... Oh man, I wonder what you guys think at home. Definitely leave it in the comment section of our YouTube channel if you agree with my diamonds. But on that note, remember, I just have to remind you, thank you SC for coming on the show. Viewers at home, remember that Game On is coming after this show, and they're going to be profiling the South African teams in the Caf Champions League and so much more. You don't want to miss it. Till next time from me, Adelani, Ninitanda Nonke Kakulu.